CPC are a framework provider. We operate purely in the public sector, and we got involved with this project through Faithful and Gould, who came to us for a procurement solution. They'd used us before and they were extremely happy with the service we provided. So we helped them run a mini competition to which MAR won the contract. We've been very successful with modular building through the framework, and so I was quite confident in that I could help Faithful and Gould and into Northumberland Council, that we've got the right companies on the framework who can do a really, really professional job, because effectively they're our passport to trade.
So from the start, we were appointed by Northumberland County Council to deliver a modular extension for Horton Grange School. Though this is the first time I use modular build, and for somebody who's at a school with a modular build before, it's a nice change to actually see that a building can look so good being modular.
Obviously the difference between modular and traditional, the majority of it's done off-site. So when it's arriving on site, you know, for this particular project we went from the groundworks, 2 days of installation, and you go to the point of final finishes on the interior. And with that you've got, obviously, you're hardly hampered by weather because the majority is done off-site, under cover. So, and when the weather is bad, you've got a whole building on site ready to, you know, go at really. The main challenges on the project were obviously a live school environment. So obviously the safety and the well-being of children was at foremost. So what we tried doing was segregating ourselves as much as possible, and I was aiming to be basically heard but not seen. So the whole site, because we built this extension in the middle of a playground, and obviously the children were still using the rest of the playground, we segregated ourselves with a site hoarding, safety fencing, plywood fencing, decorated it, and then at the front of site there was at least 3 gates to get through until you're actually into site. So that was one of the major challenges of just safeguarding of children basically.
It's very important to collaborate, certainly these days with skill shortages in the construction industry. You know, because of the perception, what we talked about before, about square boxes outdated, it's very, very good to have early engagement. Go round the factories, have a look at the modules being built, and you get peace of mind. And then you start looking at value for money and thinking, yeah, what we're actually going to procure, not only will we value for money, but quality.
The journey for us has been exceptional. Right from the inception, our engagement with the modular framework provider was seamless. Our approach to handling the appointment of the contractor went really well. Design worked really well as well. And from that point, we managed to get the contractor on board, onto site ahead of schedule. They've delivered a building which has exceeded our expectations and that of the schools. And overall, we're very, very pleased with the project.
There's been quite a few occasions where people have walked in and they haven't realised it's a modular build until you've actually told them. You know, because from the outside, it's not got cladding on it. It's a brickwork plinth all the way up to the sill height, and then at the top it's rendered insulation finish. So from the outside you just have no idea, and from the inside you have no idea until you're told. The benefit to me with modular is from the quality control aspect of it. It's not only getting quality control checked prior to me having it and installing it on site, it's getting the quality controlled completely all the way through every aspect and every stage of the project. It is the future of building. You know, it's not only is it the speed, it's the quality control. It's, you know, quality controlled in factory prior to coming to site to me, and then it's quality controlled by me prior to handing over to the customer.
Collaboration's been brilliant across the project. With a number of parties, including the framework provider, the contractor, our technical advisors, the school, a lot of multifarious stakeholders that have all come together to work really well to deliver a project that we're really, really pleased with.
It's been a real good team effort from Faithful and Gould, who engaged with us, Northumberland Council, MAR. It's worked absolutely perfectly, and we're proud to be part of this success.